Hello and a very warm welcome to our Twinkle of Christmas Masterclass. I'm Claire German, Managing Director at Design Centre Chelsea Harbour. In this virtual format, we're keeping our community engaged and inspired wherever they are. We're bringing together the best in creative talent as they share insider knowledge, decorating secrets and tricks of the trade. Everything may be very different this year, but by the magic of technology, we're bringing the spirit of Christmas to your home. I'm delighted to introduce top interior designer Bee Osborn of Studio Osborn. Her interiors are perfect for the holidays as they are incredibly harmonious and relaxing. You may also know her from Instagram posts which feature her idyllic cottage in the Cotswolds. In this session, she's going to share seasonal decorating tips which are sure to be absolutely fabulous. So over to you, Bee, and thank you all for tuning in.
Hi, my name is Bee Osborn and I'm an interior designer. We have a small interior design studio which specialises in hotel, commercial and residential design in Chipping Norton in the Cotswolds. I live in a little very old stone cottage which we have recently renovated, and anyone who would follow me on Instagram would know that I'm into really natural materials, sustainability, things that are cozy and comforting, and that very much resonates and reflects in the way that we decorate at home for Christmas. I want to show you a few ideas which are cost effective and natural, very simple and easy to do. I'm going to start with some wrapping, and I always wrap my presents in either recycled brown paper like this here that I can just buy from WH Smith's. It's normally buy two get one free, or just some simple white paper as well. And I tend to put things in boxes which I reuse year after year, grab them back from when people have opened them, and because it makes it easier with the wrapping. So this is just a simple example of the type of wrapping that I do in brown paper with Hessian ribbon, and I cut something from the garden to put in, like some either fir from the Christmas tree, from the bottom of the Christmas tree, or some rosemary or olive there. This is a thicker Hessian ribbon here, and I tend to use recycled luggage labels as well for a very sort of natural look. Other things that I tend to do, which also is very much in the natural vibe, is that I sometimes make my own Christmas tree decorations, which are either out of plain polystyrene balls that you can buy, and then I wrap them with old bits of fabric, normally that we have through work, or some muslin, and you just tear it off in little strips and you literally just put it round the balls. Or here you can see again, we've done this with Hessian and then just tied a loop in string on the top, and more Hessian one there. These can also just go on the table as well. Other things I tend to do for the tree, just to decorate, because again I like things really natural, very real. I'm not a sort of a bling person, and therefore I sometimes get little Hessian sacks and just fill them with chocolates and hang them on the tree as well, or slices of wood which I then write the names of my children on in paint or a pen, and then I hang them in loops in string and put them on the tree as well. So it's all very simple, very easy and quite cost effective. so for the table, I like to keep it really natural as well. So I use some vases that I use all year round, and I put some battery operated lights in the bottom of them, and then fir cones which I collect all year and spray paint at this time of year and put them over the top. Not going to be easy to get my hand in to turn the batteries off at night, but that's what I do. For the foliage, again, I like to keep it really natural. I absolutely love eucalyptus because of its greyish green colour. Used to spend a fortune on eucalyptus foliage, so I actually planted a eucalyptus tree in the garden. So I cut my own, and the fir is from the bottom branch of a Christmas tree. So again, I've just laying that out on the table with some of the decorations that I made earlier on there, presents and the baubles and things like that. And then laid the table very simply with some white china and glasses and knives and forks. These are ones that I use every day. They're all quite wobbly in texture and natural, organic looking, that goes with the whole sort of organic looking table. I also do napkins, which I'll go into detail in a little bit, but they're just ordinary napkins tied in hessian with nameplates on them, and I'll show you that in a minute. So for the napkins, I just take linen napkins with hem stitch that I tie with a hessian ribbon. And then for the name places, I just use a block of wood that I paint on with the name of the person who's sitting there, and literally just tie that in a knot. And then this is something I love. So this is the lavender from the path at the front of the cottage that I cut in the summer, and then I use that in there like that and put that like that on the nameplate. And then on each person's place I tie some cinnamon sticks with rosemary. Again, this is largely just for the scent that it creates, for when people sit down, and then they can pop them into the scent. So it's been a particularly difficult year for everyone, and therefore I feel that simplicity is called for this Christmas, in particular, because I think it's more appropriate. Having said that, I do everything very simply anyway, just because I like it that way. Now, normally I use as natural materials as I can, preferably from the garden, if not from outside on walks and things like that, so that it's more cost effective. And I always have a real Christmas tree. It's absolutely sacrosanct in our family. I don't put that up therefore until the second week of December, if not even later, so that it's nice and fresh over Christmas. And I very rarely use any faux foliage, but in this instance I'm showing you something that I am using, some fake eucalyptus here, partly because it gets really hot with this fireplace and it would dry out within seconds, and just also to show people how I'm going to mix this with some real foliage as well. What I tend to do if I'm using something that isn't real is I put a few drops of cinnamon oil or rosemary oil or something on to give it that lovely aroma that to me sums up Christmas. I'm just going to carry on and show you how I mix some faux foliage putting in some lighting as well. This is very simple, very nice light lighting. By light I mean not heavy, so it's really easy to manipulate on this wire. I always choose warm white, and it's battery operated at the end there, so it can be turned off and on very easily. And I will mix that in with the faux eucalyptus, which I've literally just put nails along the fireplace and placed it, and I'm going to entwine with some fir tree branches again from the garden, but again you could take this from the bottom branch of your Christmas tree, and just some sticks which I have, which I keep every year, which I'm not even sure what they are, but I'll put some of those up and see what they look like. Okay, so just a very simple garland, as you can see. I decided not to add the sticks at the end because I don't think it needs it. I think it's just really simple, really fresh, really light looking, and with 3 stockings for my 3 girls. Thank you. Okay, we're going to end with my favourite drink of all time, which is a whiskey sour, and I'm just going to quickly show you how to make that. So in a cocktail shaker, you put 2 parts of whiskey with some ice, 1 part of lemon juice, 1 egg white, and 1 part, I'm just sort of going to guess this, of sugar syrup, which you can make yourself or buy. Give it a good shake. Take off the lid and I think I did that upside down actually. Cheers. Happy Christmas everyone. I hope you survived lockdown. Really happy Christmas. Oh, that's really good.